Okay guys, long time no see. I just wanted to make a little video. I haven't done a carving video in a while. I'm not going to carve a full spoon. This is um, just taking you through some of my process for, quote unquote production carving. A lot of festivals coming up in the spring into the summer, so I've been, making a lot of things during the winter anyway. So was able to get a hold of some plum from one of the community gardens here in my neighborhood, and I have maybe about 12 pieces. So I just wanted to kind of take you through some of my process of making a bunch of my style cooking spoons, and just kind of my ramblings as I like to talk, or maybe I won't talk a lot. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the crank in each of these pieces of wood, and I'll do that for all of the pieces. So years ago, I would make one spoon from start to finish, but now that a couple years ago, I bought myself a deep freezer, and I store all of my billets in there. I kind of do everything in a big, like a batch process, so I'll do, however many, 10 or 12, 15 spoons. I'll put the crank in. Everything's kind of like a production line now, more or less, so. Thought I would take you through some of this. I'll show each of the steps here. It's going to be the same process. In fact, let me move you just a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer here. Hopefully this isn't going to be too bad. Maybe that's a little bit better. Hopefully. Of course, I got the new Kaltoff axe. Still learning how to use this thing, so see how it goes. This wood is frozen, so here. Yep, so this is what has to be done for a lot of the spoons if you want to. Yeah, wait, which way am I going? Earn some money. Sorry, guys. This stuff is hard. Ooh. Dense wood. Next step is I'll take these over to the shave horse with the draw knife to smooth out my axe work, to make it easier to draw my spoon design on these. Okay. So this is kind of, which way are we going here? There. A little bit of slant, but we'll clean this up on the shave horse and the draw knife. So I'll have to do that 10 or 15 more times, and then I'll put the spoons or put the blanks or whatever billets in the freezer to then at a later time carve the entire spoon. So let me pause this and I'll come back to the shave horse and we'll do a little shave horse work. Okay, I'm back. Now we've moved over to the shave horse. We've got our piece of wood that I just showed you that we roughed out with the axe. And we're just going to smooth out this shape or get the axe marks out. Man, this is some dense wood, man. I've never worked with plum before. It's very dense. It's obviously a fruit wood. Just thought I would just kind of take you on my little journey here of how I get prepared for the craft fairs, I guess, that are coming up. Got to do this. Sorry for the lighting here, guys. Got to get prepared for the fairs and farmers markets and any surprise events where somebody might reach out to you at the last minute and ask you to do their event. You got to be busy. So one of the things I've done a few years ago was I bought a deep freezer. It is a 5 cubic foot deep freezer, and that can hold a lot of spoons. So what I've started to do for some time now was, again, do everything in batch work. So I'll do what I'm doing here. I'll do this on 10 or 15 pieces of wood, draw the spoon design out, cut them out on the bandsaw roughly, throw all those things in the freezer, and then probably the next day I'll just pick a spoon blank out of the freezer and then actually carve that particular spoon and finish it up. So I'll switch over to the spoon mule and all that kind of stuff. So it has helped because in the past, this is before I had my daughter, I had a little bit more free time where I could just make a spoon from start to finish and it would be done. So this is what I'm going to do. And then when I'm done this part, which won't be too much longer, I will take you over to my spoon design process and draw out the spoon and kind of go from there. Okay, so let me just finish this guy up. So this will be a nice size cooking spoon. This is where the bowl is going to be. I know the lighting's so bad in here. Yeah, so give me 1 second. Be right back. Okay, I am back. So I just cleaned it up. I didn't do too much more. So now we're going to grab some pencils. And what I use to draw on greenwood, let me see if this regular pencil can, looks like it can draw on this wood. Some woods are different, but I just get these copying pencils. You just, sorry about that, go on Etsy. I bought some vintage copying pencils, and those seem to do really well. So we're just going to grab some of these templates here. Where's my other one here? Which one do I want? Okay. So this is just one of the templates I use. This basically gives the back of the bowl. It's just like a U shape, and you just kind of slide you guys over a little bit. And this is this is just what I do for the whole process here. Let me clean this up. I gotta do something here real quick. Let me clean this up here. Sometimes the bark is in the way. Give a little bit more space here. always fiddling with this stuff all the time. There's always going to be some refinement, especially when you start carving. Get this bark out of here. All right. And this plum. Whew. This was just cut. Well, I got it the same day it was cut, and I put it in the freezer pretty quickly. Whoops, pretty quickly. But man, is it pretty dense? Pretty dense wood. There's pencil. Okay. So from here, we are going to make a U at the bottom, whatever size works. And these are very helpful. I mean, you could freehand this if you want to. I like the template shapes for consistency. And then this part, this is going to be kind of like a right-handed spoon. So I'll do a couple righties, I'll do a couple left-handed spoons, and a couple what I call like shovels that just have like a straight edge. I'll take another template, this is what I call Frankensteining, and just to get the kind of shape that I like, and they're all going to be a little different. So we'll just kind of connect this. And sometimes I'll freehand the top part. The back of the spoon, I'm not really too good at, even after all these years, I'm not really too good at drawing that shape to get it to look nice and clean. So I'll just kind of, and from here, sometimes it's just those little rounded edges you need help with, and that's generally what I need help with. And these all come out a little bit different. So there's the bowl shape of the spoon. And this is about a 12-inch spoon, I know that. So the great thing about the shave force is now I can kind of clamp that in, hold the piece of wood, because the wood's gets a little funky sometimes when you're trying to hold it and make like nice clean lines. So I'll just kind of eyeball this. Draw a straight line. This obviously will be the handle. Whoops, so we got that. This is pretty straightforward. From here, then I'll draw the width of the neck. And remember, all this is open for interpretation. It's really more of a guide. I try to keep to it because I have a certain size that I like and everything, but so I try to keep it. Okay. And again, this process is pretty much the same process I'll do for, where's my ruler? Oh no, did I drop it? Dropped my ruler, guys. Where did it go? It went somewhere. Let me find this ruler here. I don't know where the hell it went. It's so crazy. Oh, God. Found a pencil. That's good. I'm glad. Where the hell? Man, it's so funny. I heard it fall. It's so wild how things can fall. You don't even know where it went. Let me look for this thing. All right, let me pause you for 1 second. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Found the ruler. It's funny. So, like I said, the thing about the shave horse, I can clamp this thing in and then kind of have hands free. Really helps. May not seem like a big deal, but like I said, when you're trying to get these lines here. So, there's some people that are these spoon carvers out there that kind of crap on people who use templates and sometimes I'll see the little videos, and I don't think they really mean too much harm. You know, they will draw the spoon without a template, and that's cool. I think it's good to have, at least for me anyway. Everybody's different, of course. To have some uniformity and just some nice clean shapes. I can't do this by hand. At least I can't. When it comes to the top, I can pretty much draw that. I mean, I do use part of another template to kind of get these nice curves. That kind of helps. So, and that's basically the spoon design. And then from here, the neck part, I'll do kind of like a blending. Sometimes I'll do a notch technique, which I don't have any examples down here. But we'll just add, and again, when you start carving with the knife, these are not perfect. So even though my lines here may not be, may not be perfect, it'll all wash out when you start carving, and you can kind of go from there. So that's what we have. I don't know if you can see it. The lighting. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to spare you the noise on the bandsaw. I'm going to cut this puppy out, and then this thing will go in the freezer. So let's show you when I'm done the bandsaw work. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've cut out the spoon. You see it's very thick. This is probably 1.5 inches. So what I will do before I put this in the freezer is do a little bit of chopping just to reduce this down underneath. It actually does save a lot of space in the freezer when you have a whole bunch of them that you're doing, and it's also less work, well, I guess on the back end, or when I'm getting back to doing more of the refining on the shave or on the spoon mule. So also I wanted to just explain to you really quick, one of the advantages of using a bandsaw is once you cut, the spoon was like this, once you cut it, if you have a big enough piece of wood, these, I call them the side pieces, I actually make butter knives out of them. These are a little bit, yeah, these are, let me see this one. Actually, I might be able to make something with this. So this piece I'll probably save. So this is just another side thing here. Where's my, oh, here we go. Got my little bag of templates here. So I'll use this, probably this one is a smaller one. Yeah, so look at that. That fits right on there. So I'll actually trace this out, and then I'll actually also cut this out on the bandsaw once it's traced, or once it's drawn on there. Maybe I can even do this side. Actually, that's prettier there. I think that piece, yeah. Yep, I think I'll do that. And so when you're getting into making things for craft fairs, that's another way where you can make some more money off of one piece of wood. So this spoon might sell for $35 or $40, and then the spreader, if you get 2 spreaders, that's another $15 per spreader. So looking at one little piece of wood can be $50 if you make any, if you can sell it for that. So that's one of the cool things about using some power tools. Again, like I was saying about earlier about the templates, some people are like against the templates because you're not like, you're kind of like tracing something, and people are against power tools because it's not the traditional craft. But when you start making things for sale, you need some things to help you out. But anyway, so I'll show you what I'll do here. I'll just kind of thin this out a little bit. Again, it's a little bit less work. Also for me, so we have the little one now. Anytime I can chop is good, as long as she's not sleeping. I try to chop, and And she's awake because I can't do it when she sleeps. So, oh man, that wood is tough, man. Dang. I'll come over here. And this is just rough. So I did kind of play around with this axe a little bit. It's definitely very nice. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it all the way. I have to get some more time behind it. But it's nice. The handle is okay. I'm not exactly used to it compared to my Soulwood Creations axe. Handle's a little bit different. It's a little bit smooth. Once you use one of Peter's axes, his handles are incredible. Like they're so comfortable. It's hard to, I don't say compete. It's hard to compare another maker's handle once you've used one of his, because they are so comfortable. So now I'm just going to thin out the handle, the back of the handle. So this is basically what I will do for as long as my time allows, usually until a certain time. Then I got to put the baby to bed and all that. So got to kind of work a little quick. So this is all this that I'm doing is probably about 15 or 20 minutes. There's still a lot of more refining to go. This is a pretty thick spoon. Like, man, this wood is pretty thick and dense. So I just thought I would share this with you. I know it's hopefully you get something out of it. And it's good to trying to get where I like to hold this axe. I feel like up here it doesn't feel that great, but down here feels better, but it don't have as much control this far down the axe. I like to hold it up here, but this doesn't feel as good as Peter's axe, the Soulwood axe. But the more I use it, the more I will get used to it. There we go. I would say this axe definitely likes to chop more than it does, that it wants to be a slicer. The Hans Carlsen axe that I had was definitely a slicer, and also the Soulwood axe is more of a slicer. This is more of a chopper. It feels like more likes to chop compared to the other axe I have. So yeah. All right. So I think that's good. I don't want to get too crazy because I have so many more to do. But I just thought I would share this little part of the process with you. And thin that out. I'll try to do some live streaming when I can. I think I don't have enough subscribers. I think you have to meet a certain threshold on YouTube to enable live streaming, but I think I can use like a third-party streaming service to do that. I might do that when I have time. I'd like to get back into making some videos if I can. Okay, cool. I think that's good for now. So this is just what we got. A very rough cooking spoon. This will be a lot thinner when it's done, but you gotta, for me, gotta leave a little bit of thickness here to add the shape that you want. So this is a piece of plum, roughed out, ready for production work. So I have about 10 more of these to go. Some are going to be a little smaller, some are going to be left-handers and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.